Hey guys, welcome back to our Friday Night Locals. This is Team Spicy Boys bringing you up our match from Batters Up. On our left we have Kyle, and on our right I believe we have Nick. Kyle's playing mono green starter deck Broly, and I believe Nick here is playing yellow Kid Goku. So let's get into this match. I believe Kyle won the dice roll here. So they're just going to take this chance to mulligan. I'm going to take this chance to pretty much go over this matchup. I'm sure you guys have been watching the celebration events, and this matchup has been the last two finals in a row. Broly's been managing to take it each time around. So I don't want to say the matchup is in Broly's favor. I feel like the Kid Goku player in those finals definitely could have done things a few differently to try to survive, if not maybe win out. But for the most part, this is indeed one of those anticipated matches that I feel like it's going to just get better over time. And actually, Nick does win the dice roll, so I apologize for that. He's going to go right ahead and play the one-drop Goku. And for those of you who don't know, that's going to allow him to go to a 4-star ball from his deck. The 4-star ball there is really good with the leader auto, where you just reveal it and you draw a card. Your lead goes up to 15, so very strong stuff. And he's just going to do just that. Not really much else you can do on your opening turn. So, yeah, there's that. And alright, so Kyle here starting off charging out the 8-drop, actually. And we have the Broly leader auto is really strong. Pretty much once per game, because that's exactly what it is. You get to add a green Freezer's army card. A green 1-drop Freezer army card from your deck to your hand. So even if you can just send back your hand, even if you don't open up the 1-drop, you can always search for the one Broly BR 1-drop that you're always missing. So when you play it, you take 2 life, and Kyle's here is just gonna go ahead and take it, and he's gonna attack with the 1-drop. Nick's gonna take it, then attack with lead. Nick's gonna go ahead and take that. So that's gonna put him into awaken range, because all Nick has to do is combo with a skillless, and he's there. So Nick here does run the World Martial Arts card there, that if you have a Kid Goku on board, you activate it and then you draw 2 cards. Decides to charge it, so he feels like he doesn't really need any more cards unless he does have another one in hand. I do see that he has an the Android 8 in hand, and that's gonna allow him to grab a skillless off the top of his deck. But the thing about that is, like, playing it early is really weird, because you usually want to wait until the 8-drop comes out in order to get rid of it. So comboing out and popping the 4-drop isn't good, because then it just lets Kyle go up the Broly chain per se for free. So I'm not sure if I really would have played the Android 8 so early. But let's see here. So here this I believe should be 15 to lead, unless he didn't reveal for the card, but I could have been really fast about it. So yeah, Nick here attempting to combo out, but this is kind of risky, I feel, because now if Kyle has the 4-drop, he gets the auto here, and all he has to do is take a life, which he does. He triggers, puts the 4-drop onto the board. And he can pretty much, now he's in awaken range, and he honestly he could have discarded a card to pop the 1-drop, but he's gonna hold off to do so. So now Nick's here gonna awaken. That's gonna allow him to untap a card and draw a card, and really good here. It's gonna reveal the 4-star ball again, draw 2 cards, then he's gonna end up pitching another card. That's what the awaken side does for the Kid Goku. This one, it's a really fun leader. You can pretty much play any color of it. I haven't seen a version of it that actually plays green though. So if you guys do have a pretty spicy green Kid Goku deck, please send it my way. I would love to take a look at it. But as far as I know, I haven't seen one. I haven't seen anyone really attempt to make one happen. So, all right. So here we have sorry, we have Nick here playing the 1-drop again, grabbing the 4-star ball that he pitched with leader right back to his hand. So here, okay, so alright, and he's actually gonna play another Android 8 here. So this is a really tricky part here. Nick can attack with one of these Android 8s and combo out the Goku, killing the 4-drop, and if Kyle doesn't have a 6-drop, that seriously stops his turn right there. So he might do that, but he just passed his turn, which he's gonna lose all his Android 8s now because of this. So what Kyle can do here is he can attack with the 4-drop, use his leader auto. Well, all right. So let's take this step by step. Let's see what Kyle does. So Kyle plays the 2-drop Paragus, which is gonna go ahead and grab the 1-drop Broly mechanism, the field card, and that card allows him to send a Broly from his side of the field to the drop, and that's gonna trigger his Broly to let him go up the chain. Also lets him draw a card. And the 2-drop Paragus also has an auto where you can send the Broly itself via skill, and then you search for a 6-drop or less from your deck or your drop. And that's again going to let him go up the chain. So this deck is really, like, its turn 2 play is very explosive. And that's the thing about this deck, you know. I feel like it's very glass cannon-y, but it's very explosive deck and really strong. That's why I feel like this deck has seen very quick success. It's because it does have turn 2 kills, and at the same time, it also, like, it has a decent grind game. With the 3-drop card, which I can't remember for the life of me right now, that brings back the 6-drop by dropping an energy. So he's gonna use leader auto here, I believe, to pop the 4-drop, to pop the other Android 8, and now he's gonna pitch 2 cards here to play the 6-drop. And this is what I was talking about, where Kyle can just remove all those Android 8s and Nick can't really do much about it. So that defense that he really put up for himself, it's gonna be non-existent because Nick didn't correctly space out or use his Android 8s correctly. So here he's gonna combo out the bug, and that bug has a Sensu Bean-like effect where it's gonna buff him. So it gives first +5, and then it gives a Broly another +5 for the turn. So that's gonna be 10, and that's gonna be 35 double strike to lead. And Nick's just gonna go ahead and take that. Not even gonna attempt to combo that out. And now he's gonna go ahead and use the mechanism. Actually, no. He's going to use the 2-drop instead, actually. And that's going to allow him again to... It's going to allow him to search for a 6-drop. It's going to allow him to search for a 6 or lower from deck or drop. And he's just going to grab the one from the drop instead. Probably... Okay, so yeah, he's going to grab the one from the drop instead, and then he's going to discard 2. Oh, he's going to flex with the SPR 8-drop Broly here. And, you know, Kyle's hand's looking really low, but that doesn't matter not one bit when he can just pitch a card here, getting rid of the Goku, and drawing a card. And actually, he's just going to attack with lead right away. I feel like Kyle should have definitely attacked with the 8-drop to lead. Pitch a card, getting rid of the Goku, so that way he gets to draw more cards. But to each his own. And alright, so Nick's gonna combo the 4-star ball. That's gonna be a +5, and it does get skillless +10, but it's a leader, obviously has a skill. So now Kyle's gonna attack with the 8-drop Broly. And he's going to pitch a card. So here, Kyle's going to have one less card. If he would have did it the reverse order, he would have still been up 6 cards. And, wow, yeah, Nick actually out-combos that. So... that's good for him. Now here's the hard part. Nick is gonna have to try to get rid of his 8-drop. He could potentially maybe try to just push and hit him with a few double strikes, and then hope his negates are enough to get him through. But if he's able to drop a 1-drop Broly, and sorry, it's not a 1-drop Broly, a 1-drop Goku, and another Android 8, which he does have in hand, he can just go ahead and combo the Goku and remove the 8-drop. But Kyle does have the negate, so that play is not really feasible. But obviously we know that, but Nick doesn't. So I'm just assuming that's what's gonna happen, and let's see how this plays out. So Nick's gonna go right ahead and show the 4-star ball there, drawing 2 cards, and again discarding for lead. He's gonna go ahead and discard that 1-drop martial arts tournament card. That lets him draw 2 if the Kid Goku's on board. And oh, so yeah, Nick does run the dimensional support trunks there. So he's gonna go right and just do that just immediately, grabbing the 2-drop TN there, and that's gonna give that card crit. So this here will force Broly to actually discard a card in order to stop this 20k crit coming his way. I'm just gonna take a sip of my drink, don't mind me guys, while this unfolds. And alright, so actually, Kyle decides to use the Shocking Death Ball, taking a life, and just to KO the TN instead, because that is a 2-drop, and Shocking Death Ball is for a 2-drop or less. So very interesting. And now he's going to go ahead and drop the 6-drop from hand to kill the Dimensional Support Trunks. Alright, so the thing about Broly deck is the deck really struggles with combo power, and that is like everyone seems to know this. So that's really a big flaw with the deck. Like it has really big beaters, and it can really get there, but when it comes to combo power, the deck really struggles. So Nick is really gonna just try to KO it with lead, and he pretty much just did just enough where Kyle just needs to combo a card. So that's not really going to hurt Kyle, because no matter what he combos with, he'll just always end up with 6 cards in hand at the end of his turn, or at some point back in his turn. We do know Nick has the the Power Burst, the Black Negate, and that'll allow him to get the Kid Goku combo back with Android 8. So Kyle here is gonna end up charging another mechanism there, and that's gonna be pretty decent for him. So here he's gonna play the 1-drop, and this 1-drop Paragus lets you look at the top 5 cards and add I believe a Broly card among them to your hand, which he finds the 4-drop. The other auto of it, if it leaves the battle area by a skill, you get to untap a card. As of right now, Kyle does not have a means to do so, because Mechanism only works on Broly cards actually. So yeah, that right there is not supposed to work, because that card only works on Broly BR cards. So something to look forward to in the future. I'm sure when Kyle watches this himself, he'll see it, and for you guys as well. Where this is why I try to give as much information in the match as I possibly can. Some people probably think I'm condescending or something like that, but I try to be really informative with these videos and try to give you my insight towards what's being played and what possible plays can be made. So there's definitely that. But like I always say, it's up to both players to maintain the correct game state. And if Nick didn't read the card, that's also on him, not just on Kyle. But the cards are still freshly new, you know. We do have really good players at this locals. Everyone makes mistakes. If you watch streams of high level players and you know, all these other events, everyone does make mistakes. No one's perfect, and it does happen. So I believe here what happened was the 8-drop got negated. Now lead's attacking, and he's going to go ahead and combo out the bug. The bug's going to put the leader up to 25, and Nick is definitely going to take it. And Kyle just passing turn over. So he does have preemptive strike in hand. I feel like one of the best counter plays in the game. It just says the card doesn't even hit the board. You don't have to deal with it, unlike Cold Bloodlust. Mind you, Cold Bloodlust is still a really good card. So here he's going to play the 1-drop Goku, adding back the 4-star ball he just negated. But Kyle's here is really thinking about what he wants to do, and he's going to go ahead and preemptive strike that. Which he has another one. And that's where Kyle jumped the gun. The Kid Gokus don't really do much on their own. They just let him net a 4-star ball. He should have saved it for the Android 8. If anything. The Android 8 would be the Android 8 would be the thing you want to remove, because that's what's gonna threaten your Broly on board. Which that's what he does. He plays the Android 8 here, and he's gonna hit a Ginyu off of it. And that's, yeah. So that's exactly what happened there. And okay, so he has tried. I do believe Kyle has a few copies of Tragic Awakening in his hand, so that's gonna allow him to actually bring back his 6-drop and start climbing back up the chain again. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad of a spot. And here they bumped the camera a little bit, as you can see. Well, that's okay. It's still pretty centered. And Nick's just passing turn after that. Gonna save the 1 energy open for a possible negate. Which you should never tap out against Broly unless you can really kill them. Unless you're playing blue with Dimension Magics and etc. Then you can afford to do so. But any other color can't really afford to tap out, because Broly can really put you in dangerous ranges of any Night for game. So here he's going to play the Tragic Awakening, and that's going to let him tap 3, get a 6-drop back, and then drop. Well, it also lets you drop an energy down. So pretty hefty price, but really strong card to get back a 6-drop, 25 double strike. And he still has an open energy after that, because that would have been his turn 4. So he will be down in energy, but it's really not that big of a deal. Broly's plays really don't require a lot of energy. One of the most higher cost cards is the Tragic Awakening, and that's one of your last ditch efforts. So here, Kyle attacks with his leader first, allowing him to grab more cards, and I believe he did that so he can try to find an 8-drop Broly. I believe he's gonna definitely try to make that final push for game, and he's gonna end up comboing into lead to make it 20 with Android 8. And Kyle has a few options. I believe I saw another Broly mechanism in his hand, and I believe he passed turn. So, yeah, he passed turn without attacking with the 6-drop. Very interesting. So here, Nick plays the 4-star ball. And pitches the Ginyu there this time around. So, just by doing so, I can assume he doesn't have the 1-drop Kid Goku to actually get his card back. And I believe that Kyle didn't attack with the... I believe Kyle didn't attack with a 6-drop in fear of a power burst. Because if he doesn't have a card to go up the chain, the Kid Goku or Android 8 would really ruin his game plan. So here, Nick plays the Krillin, attacking Kyle, taking a life for the plus 10 and giving his card crit. Now the issue is that Kyle can just either out-combo it or pop the Krillin. So Kyle is going to out-combo it instead of using the Broly pop yet. You really usually want to hold that on to something that really threatens you. But that means that Nick is now at 2 life. So now when it comes to Kyle, he could really threaten lethal on the following turn. Alright, so now we have 15 to lead with the Kid Goku. Here, actually, Kyle's going to go ahead and use the negate, use the sparking to take another life, and do it. So now Kyle himself is in threat of in double strike range. But because Kyle negated the lead attack, he can pop any battle card that Nick tries to give double strike to. And he's going to go right ahead and give leader auto with a vanilla. So that Krillin is 25. So he uses the BATTER-UP Super combo, and that's going to be 30 with additional Broly to stop that advance. Nick here just needs to really force the Broly pop in order to win. It's going to be really hard. So the only way I could possibly see Nick doing this if he had 2 double strike cards, like Champas or the hidden East Supreme Kai, or etc. But here he's gonna go ahead and play another dimensional support Trunks. That's gonna go right ahead and grab the 2-drop, and that's gonna give it 20k crit. So I can imagine he's probably gonna try to attempt to attack with that first, because that being attacked first, Nick can just combo a card, make it 30, and that's going to threaten the pop, unless Kyle does have the combo power to do so. So Kyle's just going to say, I'm going to have none of that, and he's going to go ahead and discard another 4-drop, and he's going to go ahead and pop the 2-drop itself. And now this Trunks is going for gonna really go for this push, and that's gonna be 15, and that's gonna be no combos from Nick apparently. So that's gonna be, I think, and actually Nick just passed his turn there. So he does, I believe, has 1 or 2 negates in his hand. And we have here Kyle does have the 8-drop in his hand. So what he can do here is he can swing. Alright, so he does swing. Nick's gonna go ahead and grab the vanilla from the drop. He could also grab them from warp, because 8 or 8 does do that. I let you get back cards from warp. Same thing with power burst. So you can replenish those supposedly gone forever cards. And now he is gonna power burst here, and that's gonna give him the Kid Goku back to his hand, and let Kyle actually draw cards. So the thing is here, because this Krillin's tapped and still on the board, Kyle can use leader auto, pop his 6-drop to pop the 1-drop to play the 8-drop. And now that Nick is definitely tapped out, he can't really do anything else. So here, Kyle actually plays the 1-drop BATTER-UP to bring out the 8-drop. Lets you draw a card. So he discards the negate, and I'm not sure what else he discarded there. But he goes right ahead and does that, and he's going to attack with the 8-drop. And that's going to be 35-45. And another super combo, actually, so that's 55. 55, 60. I believe that's like 80. So, let's see, 35, 45, 55, 65, 70. Yeah, that's 80 double strike coming Nick's way. And I believe that's Kyle's game. Good game, guys. Alright, stay tuned for the next game. Well, next round. Thank you.